Hi everybody, my name is Elena Cheung and today's class is called Recover Like an Athlete. So you might not consider yourself an athlete, but I think it's really important to remember that engaging in nervous system downregulation and recovery and self-care, these are things that are valuable for everybody. Let's jump right in. For class today, you will need a block. If you don't have a block, that's totally fine. Something like a foam roller or a pillow would work really well. So let's go ahead and lie down on our backs. Knees bent, soles of the feet onto the floor. Relax your arms by your sides, palms face up, and then let the knees knock in. Walk your feet a little wider apart. Close your eyes. Relax your jaw, relax your eyebrows. And breathe. And just take a moment to observe kind of what energy you're bringing into your practice today. And just remember that this is not about trying to be heavy-handed in changing or managing your own emotions, but rather just kind of accepting whatever energy it is you're coming into this class with, and just think of it like you're just kind of slowly turning down the dial. Just giving your mind and body permission to kind of settle into this space. And to get a little bit softer, a little bit more present. So we'll do some movement with breath. Your feet will stay in the same place. Take an inhale. On your exhale, slowly bring your knees over to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale over to the left, and just continue this tick-tock side to side with your breath. Make sure the pace of your movement matches the pacing of your breath, so we're not simply letting the legs just fall to the side, but just finding this nice, very gentle, controlled articulation for the hips. And just do a few more side to side. Just notice whatever there is to notice and observe. The next time your knees are over to the left, that'll be your last one, and then legs will come back to center. Let's take figure 4, so right ankle onto your left thigh. Then go ahead and pick up the legs, interlace your fingers behind your left thigh or on top of the shin. And then we'll just stay here for a moment and breathe. You can play with turning the hips side to side, just noticing how that really subtle shift in rotation of the pelvis can change the way that you feel the stretch through the back of the right hip. We'll take a little variation, so nice big inhale here. On your exhale, slowly let this shape fall over to the left. Release your right arm out wide. And then see if you can get the sole of your right foot onto the floor. And then if accessible, go ahead and grab your ankle with your left hand. And then actively start to push your foot into the floor, not with your hand, but rather with the strength of the right leg. And then see if you can think of it like you're trying to take this right knee and point it towards the front of the room. And as you do that, if your knee feels wonky, try turning your right toes out slightly so that the toes and the knee point in the same direction. And then noticing how that little subtle shift in intention with how we're engaging with this posture can really speak to and change the way that you feel the sensation through the right hip. And then breathe. Try to relax your jaw, relax your eyebrows. Take a deep breath. And slowly back to center. And we'll switch sides, left ankle onto right thigh. Interlace your fingers under your thigh or on top of the shin. You can either stay still or gently bring the hips to the left, to the right. Again, just noticing how left and right side can feel different. Then take an inhale. On your exhale, let your legs fall over to the right, keeping the same shape. Drape the left arm out wide. If possible, sole of the left foot to the floor. If possible, grab your ankle with the right hand, and then actively rooting your heel into the floor using the strength of the leg. And then try to take your knee like you want to point it to the front of the room. Feel free to turn the left toes out so it feels congruent with the angle and direction of the knee. And then breathe. And as you breathe steady in and out through the nose, notice the way that it has a tendency to calm and center and focus the mind. And maybe that's not quite your experience yet, but see if you can just endeavor to let the rhythm of breath kind of be your focal point. One more full breath here. And slowly back to center with the shape. Unwind your figure four, hug both knees into your chest for a moment. Then roll over onto your side and we'll come up to tabletop, hands and knees. And on your way there, if you'd like to grab padding for underneath your knees, feel free to do so. I'm gonna grab my little blankie and set it up. And then we're in tabletop. Cat-cow. Inhale, arch your back. And then exhale, round. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Let's do 3 more with your breath. One more here. Make your way back to a neutral spine, big toes together, knees wide, and then sit your hips back like you're coming into child's pose. We're gonna just do a little variation on cat-cow. So just walk the hands back, palms down to the floor. So we're doing a cat-cow that really focuses now on the thoracic spine or the rib cage. So on your inhale, think of broadening the collarbones forward. And on your exhale, round to tuck your chin towards your chest. Oh, hi, little girl. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. We're not super concerned with the fact that the range of motion is more limited. Inhale, cow pose. We're just trying to get really specific with our movement here. Exhale, cat. Let's do one more. Inhale. And exhale. Make your way back to a neutral spine up into tabletop. We'll get into a little bit more work through the thoracic spine. So from here, take your right hand, make it into a fist. Bring your fist to the base of your left thumb. I'd like you to imagine it's like you're drawing a bowstring. So on your inhale, think left shoulder blade to spine, left elbow to the ceiling. This is your right elbow. Right arm reaches up. On your exhale, thread the needle. Right arm is gonna hover off the floor. Then inhale, open, make a fist, draw the bowstring, shoulder blade, elbow, fingertips reach. Exhale, thread the needle. Do this 3 more times on your own with your breath as you're moving. Notice the strength of the left arm. We're not sinking into the shoulder. Keep your left arm straight. The tendency will be to bend the elbow or use it to compensate. But see if you can be really particular about this movement happening through the rib cage. One more or so. After 3 on your own, right hand back down to the floor, and we'll switch sides. Left hand to a fist at the base of your thumb. Actively root down. Use your shoulder blade like you're drawing a bowstring. Inhale, shoulder blade to spine, elbow, fingertips reach. Exhale, thread the needle. Keep the left arm hovering, keep your right arm straight. Inhale, open up. Exhale, thread the needle. 3 more times on your own. With your breath, there's no rush. Really take your time to feel every moment of the movement and to stay present. After 3 on your own, tabletop. Inhale through cow pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Just 1 full round of breath here. You can alternate bending the knees left and right. And then inhale, lift both heels. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward and make your way to the top of your mat. We're in a forward fold. Bring your feet about hips width distance apart. To measure hips width distance, you'll take your 2 fists, bring them right between your little inner ankle bones, and we're gonna work from there with some half sun salutations. So just bringing blood flow and tone to the body in a really holistic way. So inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Think torso parallel to the floor. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, circle sweep the arms up, come all the way to stand. Exhale, hands together at your heart. Inhale, circle sweep up. Actively reach through the fingers. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep the arms up, come all the way to stand. Use the entire length of the breath. Exhale, hands together at your heart. Inhale, circle sweep. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Make it feel light. Exhale, forward fold. There's no rush. Inhale, sweep the arms up, come all the way to stand. Nice and fluid. Exhale, hands together at your heart. Inhale, circle sweep up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hand, step the left foot back. Knee will come down to the floor. You can untuck the back toes. We'll do a little bit of movement for the legs here and get into some nerve flossing. So from your lunge, take your gaze forward, nice big inhale. On your exhale, straighten your right leg. Keep your toes pointed as you tuck your chin towards your chest. Inhale, come forward. Lunge, look forward. Exhale, straighten your leg, tuck chin to chest. 3 more times on your own with your breath. Nice and smooth. So just giving a little bit of love to the nerves. And after 3 on your own, inhale, come forward. Tuck your back toes, lift the back knee as gracefully as you can. Step forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, right foot back, knee down to the floor, untuck your back toes. Inhale, draw forward to the lunge, look forward. Exhale, straighten your left leg. Keep your foot flat, or at least the foot pointed as you tuck your chin to chest. Inhale, forward. And then exhale back. 3 more times on your own with your breath. See if you can get into that little meditative flow state. One more or so. And after 3 on your own, inhale, come forward, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, and softly step, top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift your spine. Then exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands, step your left foot back. Bring both hands to the inside of your right foot. Wiggle your right foot out wide. So for this one, if you've got a block or a foam roller or something to elevate underneath the hands, that's always a great choice, particularly if you feel like the floor is really far away. It can help to prop your hands up onto something. So we're coming into dragon or lizard pose. You can either have back knee lifted, or if you'd like, back knee comes down to the floor. Both great options here. And breathe. So if your hips are feeling it, then feel free to stay here. If you want to add on a little bit more, take your right toes, turn them out about 45 degrees. Without sickling the ankle, you'll just start to come to the knife edge of the foot. So the ankle stays neutral. This motion is coming from your right hip opening up, not your ankle collapsing out. So just getting a little bit more into that right hip, just challenging some different dimensions of the fibers of the inner thigh and the back of the hip. Deep breath. And then one more deep breath. And if you're taking that variation, go ahead and plant the foot again. Wiggle your right foot to center, and then step left foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands down, and we'll switch sides. So right foot steps back. Wiggle your left foot out wide. I like to line my pinky toe up with the side edge of the mat here. That's just an approximation. So again, a couple options. You can pop the hands up onto something, particularly if this feels really tight in the hips and you feel like the floor is so far away. That's a great choice. You can always bring back knee down to the earth as well. Lots of little options here to make this feel sustainable for you. And then just give a couple rounds of breath in this variation first. Just noticing how it feels. Left and right side can often be different. That's okay. And if you wanted to try that variation, left toes turn out about 45 degrees, again, without collapsing the ankle. So right, the ankle isn't actually changing shape. I'm just changing its position in space by coming to the knife edge of the left foot, letting the left knee wing out, and you will probably feel how it can make this stretch a little different. Breathe. One more full breath. Foot comes down, wiggle left foot to center so your hands frame the foot. Step right foot forward. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Make your way to lying down on your back, and then bring your block or block-like object with you as you come to lying down. You won't need it right away, just have it handy off the side of your mat. Once you're there, hug both knees in. Take an inhale. On your exhale, drop your knees over to the left. Gentle twist. Take a breath. Inhale to center. Exhale, switch sides. Just one breath here. Inhale, center. Feet come down to the floor, knees bent. Grab your block or block-like object, lift your hips. Slide it underneath your sacrum, so under the pelvis. If your block is too high, it might feel kind of pointy or awkward in your lower back, so find a placement where you feel like you can really let the hips drop into your block or your pillow, whatever you're using. Relax your arms by your sides. Close your eyes, and we'll just stay here for a few rounds of breath. Really let the nervous system settle. Eyes closed, soft jaw, soft eyebrows. Relax around your core so when you breathe, you can feel your belly moves with your breath. This is one of my favorite postures to use with my athletes that I've worked with over time. It's such a wonderful place to decompress and unwind the nervous system. Oftentimes when we hear the word athlete, we rightfully so picture these like really intense forms of like feats of athleticism, and that is one aspect of what it means to be a great athlete, but to get to that point, you have to be able to relax and soften. It's like how the strength of the snap of a rubber band comes from how far you're able to stretch it, right? So it's like you need both contraction and relaxation or elongation. It's not the perfect analogy, but I think you get what I mean. Let's take one more breath. And gently push through your feet, lift your hips, slide the block out from underneath you, put it off to the side, hips down to the floor. One leg at a time, knees in towards your chest. Then just roll over to your side. Make your way up to a comfortable seated position. Take your time. Once you're there, hands relax into your lap and just close your eyes. Take a moment to observe how you feel. Bring your hands together at your heart. You can keep the eyes closed, and to end class, we'll take a breath together. So wherever you are in your breath cycle, exhale the air out of your lungs. Take a nice big inhale through your nose. And exhale, sigh out your mouth. Well, hello, Inky. Nice job. Thanks so much for joining me. My name is Elena Cheung. Remember, this class is always here for you whenever you need to just take a beat, do some self-care and recovery. Come back and visit me anytime. If you like this class, go ahead and hit like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and most importantly, leave me a comment. Let me know how you liked it, let me know how you feel, and let me know what you want to see next. Thanks again for joining me, and I will see you again soon.